brothers and sisters. Today's topic of Treasures for the Soul is the preciousness of the letter to Philemon. Through Paul's letter to Philemon, we can see that the Lord is responsible for our life through eternity. He belongs to us and has passionately committed himself in our life and eternity. The fact that Philemon comes before Hebrews is very meaningful. In Philemon, we can see Paul's love towards Onesimus. This brotherly love demonstrates the Lord's love. The prayers of a brother represents that the Lord is our high priest and advocate who intercedes for us and blesses us day and night. Paul says that Onesimus is his own heart. This also represents that we are truly in the Lord's heart. Let's enter into the letter of Philemon and enjoy its abundance.
Brothers and sisters, we are so blessed to have the Lord as our beloved. I once shared that the Lord has put all our needs on His account. He is responsible for our life through eternity. What the Lord gives us is not merely some material things that can sustain our living. Instead, He Himself most deeply belongs to us. Not only does He cover all our needs, but He shares Himself and His all with us, His endless love dream and all that is in it. He has also been covering all our needs for all these years without us realizing it. We might not know how to think for ourselves, but He has already considered for us, and His plan for us is more abundant and wonderful. It is always new and fresh. The most precious is that He is fully committed to our needs. His love towards us is the flaming love of Jehovah. He cares for us the most. This is different from a philanthropist making donations to care for the needy. He might also care, but he may not devote himself to care for that needy person. It's so precious that the Lord fully commits Himself to our present life and eternity. Philemon consists of only one chapter. This short letter fully and beautifully expresses the love of a brother. It also shows the Lord's love. When Paul was in prison, he remembered this brother Onesimus, who was once a bondservant. Onesimus once stole from his master and fled. Paul brought Onesimus to Christ during their time in prison, and changed Onesimus' life to become a dear brother and even a co-worker. Paul regarded Onesimus profitable to both himself and Onesimus' master. Among all the books in the Bible, Hebrews makes the most mention of the Lord as our high priest. Hebrews chapter 7 tells us that the Lord, as our high priest, always lives to make intercession for us. The letter to Philemon is before the book of Hebrews. Paul made intercession for Onesimus, who was once a bondservant. I feel that Philemon is rightfully placed before Hebrews. 1 John tells us that the Lord is our advocate who makes intercession for us. In the book of Zechariah, the Lord rebuked Satan for the sake of Joshua the high priest. I really treasure that the Lord is my advocate, especially because I'm easily accused. When we read this letter, we can see that Paul wrote this letter with love and wisdom. I'd like you to consider the fact that this brother, once a bondservant, had now become Paul's own heart. Even more so, we have become the dearest in the Lord's heart. Without the Holy Spirit, Paul would not have been able to write such a beautiful letter.